は。
あれ
Whoa. Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Good morning.
せーの
Hello.
こんにちは
Hello. Which one? Okay, we're just gonna start from here. It's good. What are we talking about today, Aoi?
今日は私たちのおすすめというかお気に入りの夜の過ごし方を
Yes.
はい
Because I think a lot of people, their nightly routine is watch TV or go on Instagram and go to sleep, or play video games and go to sleep,
Yeah.
or drink beer
Go to
and go to
sleep.
sleep. Everyone's different. Everyone has their own things that they like, but you and I have a very active life with lots of different stuff going on. And so our night routine, I think we have a lot of stuff that we do sometimes and a couple of things that we do all the time. So maybe we can start with like the stuff that we almost always do at night, and then we can jump into some of the stuff that we do sometimes.
そうだね。だからなんか私たちいろんなことをするんだけど、やっぱり人によってはゲームだけとか、インスタグラム、TikTok 見て眠たかったら寝るとか、YouTube で終わっちゃうとかもいると思うから、ちょっとシェアしたいと思います。
Yeah.
で、
So what are some of the points that we pretty much always do? Almost every night. What are some of the big ones?
は夜ご飯をたくさん食べるでしょ。その後にやっぱりお腹が重たいから二人で外歩いたり
Yeah,
とかさ
right, yeah.
なんかお腹をちょっと落ち着かせるためにも
Yeah.
公園行ったり
Yeah.
ね
I think it's a really good way, like, to help the stomach relax, to help digest the food after you had a big dinner, and especially just to check in with each other and ask, like, how was your day so far?
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to get done before we go to bed? Is there any other way I can help you? Is there anything that I can do for you tonight? And then we just kind of go from there after our walk, I think, into whatever else we're doing that night.
Even if you have a kids, you can do this じゃない
Yeah, for sure.
なんかベビーカーでも押しながら
Right.
ねやったり
Definitely one of those points of communication that I think we'll get to at some point. But yeah.
だからこれは結構おすすめかな。でもしパートナーがいない方でもフレッシュエアを
Yeah.
なんか新鮮な空気をもう5分でも吸いに外出たら多分脳が切り替わって気持
Yeah,
ちよくなる
absolutely. I totally agree.
ね。
It's a famous philosopher in the Western world who says that like every great idea a man has ever had came to him while he was walking.
へー
So
やっぱりいいんだね散歩とか
yeah.
こう深呼吸しながらさ体を動かすのって
Yeah.
おすすめです。
So after our walk, what do we generally do?
は
Most days, what are some of the things we do?
結構いろんな好きなことをしてるけど本を読んだりとか、最後の仕事を片付けちゃうとか、なんだろうねあと
A big one that I'm thinking of that we do almost every day is tea. So ever since I was in like high school or something, when I was in high school, I read this book, The 4-Hour Body by Tim Ferriss. And I was really, really into that kind of thing at that time. And he recommended making an herbal tea at night and putting honey and apple cider vinegar in it for all kinds of different reasons. But long story short, I tried it and I just did it so consistently for so long that I just got used to it and I really, really liked it. It was like my trigger to go to bed. So for years now, probably for like 10 years, almost 10 years, I've been drinking apple cider vinegar most nights with honey and tea. やっぱり特に冬
なんだけどやっぱり手足寒くなってきたりとかやっぱりこう外にウォーキング行ってるからこそこうあったかいティー飲んで落ち着けたら最高なんだけどね、その時にダーくんがいつも作ってくれるから私はラッキーと思いながらでそこでね今何回か言ってたけどアップルサイダービネガーと蜂蜜をそのティーに入れるのがもうすっごく美味しいのけど量が大事だよね、結構ねハニーが多めで、サイダーは人によるけど多すぎたらちょっと昆布茶みたいになるし、
Which I personally like.
好きだよねすごくおすすめ。ちょっと
depending on the night, sometimes we'll pair that with like frozen blueberries or popcorn or ice cream or something. But Not always.
あ、一緒にね、食べるの。
Yeah.
OK。そうしてるね。やっぱりアイスクリームはちょっと重たいからうちらフローズンフルーツ
Yeah.
を作って食べてるけど、これもいいよね。
Yeah. So tea, definitely a big one that we do pretty much every night.
と、
Walking pretty much every day.
散歩。
Another one that we do pretty much every day, or this is one that we do every night, is we have a lamp in our bedroom that is red.
That is red.
Like the light bulb in it is completely red.
そう、ボールをレッドに変えて、ライトの、
Yeah.
電球だね。
Yeah.
だからこう、目が落ち着くんだよね、確か。
Yeah, so there's no blue light coming through. Blue light keeps you awake is the simple way of putting it. That's why, you know, when you're looking at a screen, you're watching YouTube, you're playing video games, something like that, you can sort of accidentally stay awake really, really late. It's because the blue light is keeping you awake. And it messes with your circadian rhythm and all kinds of stuff. So basically, in our bedroom and in our bathroom, we have these red lights that we turn on at nighttime so that it kind of, for me at least, it like changes the mode that I'm in. Like I'm used to like red light means bedtime, right? Because I've been doing it for so long, and now of course you've been doing it for a long time now that we live together. So how do you feel about the red lights?
これは本当にダル君と出会ってから知ったことだから、私はまだ知って間もないんだけど、けどすごくいいと思う。そのさっき言ってた通りに頭が切り替わるし、あ、寝る時間だなって、し、なんか even when I woke up midnight and then トイレ行くとき、目が痛くないよね。レッドライトだとそのまま目が眩しいってならないで、用事を足せるからおすすめです。
Yes. Yeah, I like it. It's you can still read books, you can still talk, you can still see everything just fine. It's just I don't know. Maybe if you're scared of like some weird horror movie or something, then it might be a little bit spooky at first, but
そうだね。そうだったらオレンジとか、なんか似たような色を探せばいいし。あとちっちゃいなんか豆電球、ちっちゃい。綺麗なキラキラした電気とかあるじゃん。
Sure.
まあでもおすすめです。
Yes.
次。
Other things that we do pretty much every night is this isn't just at nighttime, but we do a lot of we have a lot of scented things in our house. Like we have essential oils, we have oil diffusers, we have air purifiers, we have incense that we burn pretty much every day, we have sage that we burn sometimes. And so far as the bedroom is concerned, you have this like lavender bed mist that you use.
そう、私たちはすごく匂いを求めてていつも。だからお香を焚いたり、セージを焚いたり、ろうそくの時期もあったね。最近してないけど。だけど特に夜寝るときは気持ちがリラックスするラベンダーのミストをもうベッドにかけて寝るんだよね。すっごくいいよね。でも今回買ったやつちょっと薄いけど匂い。前回のやつとかすごく強くてさ、寝てるときもなんか動いたらラベンダーの匂いがするの分かった。
And I'm really picky with that kind of thing. Like I always read all the ingredients lists and like make sure we're not spraying some crazy chemicals on our bed. But
水と本当にラベンダーから抽出された液とかナチュラルなやつをね。
Yes, and it's nice. It's another one of those like triggers or associations where like I only really ever notice that smell when it's nighttime, right? So that smell plus the red light is
体が
the body knows this is bedtime now.
いやし勝手になんかこう眠たくさせるよね。
Yeah, exactly.
疲れるし、いい意味で。
Yeah. Plus it's nice just to have the house smell pleasant. Like I don't think our house ever smells bad, but
わかるわかる。
kind of like wind chimes, you know? We just got a bunch of wind chimes outside. You don't need to have them, but they're cute and they're nice, right? We don't need to have lavender spray, but you know, it's nice. It's a nice bonus.
そんな感じかな?
I think there's a bunch of stuff that we do some nights, which we'll get into in a second, but I think the main other thing that I can think of right away that we do pretty much every night is we talk for a little while before bed.
うん
and I'll let you go ahead since I've been talking for a while. What are some of the things that we talked about?
いいのに。私たちが話すのは、今日どうなったとか、普通に今の気分はどうとか、ほとんど彼から聞いてくれるから、今英語を日本語に訳してるから、こうちょっと、今日の気分はどうとかになってるけど、元気みたいな感じだね。疲れたみたいな、日本語だったら。いいよね。そういう時間があると、まあ今日こんな日だったけど、まあ今こうティー飲めて元気になったよっても、ちっちゃいこうコミュニケーションが取れると、やっぱりそれでカップルの、仲良しは保たれるから。
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's good relationship じゃん。
Yeah, and I think you touched on a couple of important points, but since you were translating it, maybe it sounded different in my head.
Yeah.
But another thing that we talk about a lot at nighttime is like stuff that we really liked about today, stuff that we'd like to do better tomorrow, things that we're really grateful for, expressing our gratitude to each other about like the ways that we supported each other today.
そうだったね。さっき言うの忘れた。それも話してたね。明日はどんな感じにしたいとか、今日どんなことに感謝したでも。
Yeah.
やっぱりダメだ。なんか翻訳がそのまますぎて私、なんか多分日本人同士のカップルがもしこれ話すってなったら絶対こんなぎこちない会話ではない。
I think that's mostly a cultural thing though, is like it's not normal to talk like that. It's not normal to talk like that in English for most people either. Like,
確かに。
Like, what are you grateful for today is a very like, you know, people in the spiritual community and that kind of thing will definitely talk about that. But so that was a lot of the stuff that we do pretty much every night. It's tea, walking,
red light,
lavender spray, and talking together.
Yeah.
But what are some of the things that we do sometimes?
ストレッチとかヨガ。Right? We do stretch a lot, almost every night.
Yeah, I think we definitely stretch every night for at least like a couple seconds. You know? But sometimes we'll do like a nice long stretch.
やっぱりカップルヨガとかおすすめ結構楽しいしね、あれ。あとなんだろう、マッサージもかな？あとなんだろう。
Other stuff. For me at least, I really focus on my breath. So in the morning and at night and during the day, all the time, I think about my breath. So I breathe really deep at night often, and Aoi kind of makes fun of me for it.
No,
it's okay.
I think it's バカにしてるとかじゃないからね。
Yeah, no, I got you. Meditation too.
Meditation だね。
I meditate some nights, not every night.
なんかこうメディテーションとか瞑想って言ったらちょっとこう真面目に聞こえちゃうかもしれないけど、頭を空っぽにして過ごす時間とかを持つ感じをさ、イメージしたら結構あーってなるそう。
Well, yeah, I mean everybody's practice is different for them, but yeah, I don't need to go into what my internal experience is like, but I have meditation cushions, and I usually just sit and do what I do.
いや、してるね。なんかこれは相手がしてるから私もとかそういうのは全くないから、二人でやってねってわけじゃないけど、個人的におすすめのやつね。
Yeah, that's one thing that I really like too is like we make space for each other to have differences in our routines. Like sometimes you just go straight to bed and I sit up and I meditate for a long time.
Yeah.
Or sometimes you stay up and you read or you're writing or you're doing whatever you're doing and then maybe I'm ready for bed or I'm reading or whatever it is.
そうだね。それぞれ過ごしてるから。でも今結構あげたものがほとんどかな。
Yeah, I think that's just about everything. I guess we just now mentioned that reading is a common one. And I guess the only other one I can think of right away is maybe games. And by games, I don't just mean video games. I mean, sometimes Aoi and I will play board games together. All kinds of different board games. Sometimes we'll play like we have this game called Dragon Castle.
そう、ドラゴンキャッスルというのがおすすめです。
We have the Clubhouse games on Switch, so we play all kinds of games on there. Sometimes she'll play Rummy Cube and I'll play like shogi or chess or something. Or sometimes Aoi will be doing something else, and I'll pick up the Switch or the PS5 or something and play for a little bit.
そうそう。
Fortunately, you and I have so many other things we love so much, we don't really get sucked into video games very often. But once in a while, you know, a little half-hour Mario Kart or something is kind of cute.
私キャンプから帰ってきてから I haven't played Ramcube yet.
I think you played it in the car, didn't you?
Car?
Maybe not. In the car on the way back home.
I was asleep.
Oh yeah, you slept like the whole time. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much the main points. Walking, tea, massage, red lights, yoga, games, books, gratitude, lavender spray.
これをほとんど全部一気にやっちゃう日もあるから意外と忙しいんだね私たち夜。
It's yukkuri, but it's a lot of stuff
It's a lot
for
of
most people.
Yeah.
It kind of flows really naturally though. It's like, hey, are you ready for tea? What do you want to do while we drink tea? And it goes from there. Definitely doesn't feel busy. Yeah, so please let us know what you think about some of our nightly routine things. Are there any of these that you do?
知りたい。
Are there any things that you do differently?
おすすめとかね。
Yeah, what are your recommendations for nighttime stuff?
お願いします。
So send us DMs on Instagram. You can email us. It's in the description. And awesome. Thank you guys for listening.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.